Hi everyone, this is Becky. Thanks for joining us this month for our sales tip training. And today I would like to talk to you about gaining new customers. Now, whether you're a brand new customer just building your customer base, or if you are a sales rep that has been with us for a while, finding new customers is something that every one of us should be working on a regular basis. Now, those of you who've been with us for a while might think, well, why should I do that? Well, the reality is our customers' needs are constantly changing. Their families are growing up and moving away, and they don't need as much product now. Their financial situation might have changed, or you may be losing customers because they're moving or unfortunately are passing away, and you're going to need to replace them. So finding new customers is something you should be working at on a regular basis every single month. And I want to talk about 5 different ways that you can do that. The first way is to fill out a who do you know list. Now, this who do you know list is the very first thing that we ask our new sales reps to do. We want them to brainstorm and write down every single person that they know. And you don't want to write off anyone, because every single person needs to eat, so every single person is a potential customer. So I want to challenge all of you, print off this who do you know list and go down the ideas that help kind of jog your memory, but I want you to write down every single person that you know who is not currently a customer of yours. Or if you know they're a customer of someone else, of course, don't write them down if they are. But I want you to do that. And I bet you will find you know a lot of people who are not buying Allison's Pantry yet. So do that, and then the next step is contact those people. See if they would like to look at a catalog. Now, when you contact them, I want you to be excited, because your attitude is going to go a long way in getting them excited. So contact them, let them know, if they don't already know, that you sell Allison's Pantry and why you love our products. Share what your favorite products are, and then ask them if you can bring them a catalog, and if they would be willing to look through it. And then in a couple of days, you're going to call them back and see what they thought about it and if they're interested in placing an order. Now, you're going to learn this month from Julie, follow-up is so important. And that follow-up needs to happen when you're out there finding new customers. They are not going to be knocking down your door to place an order. They are not going to be calling you to place that order. 9 times out of 10, you are going to need to make that follow-up call. And I want to say call because you need to build that relationship with them, and it needs to be a personal one. Just an email, just a text message, just sending that catalog in the mail is not going to do it. You need to get out there and work. Now, this does work. Our new sales reps are doing it. Misty Walker, who's one of our new sales reps, she's been out there talking to people, handing out catalogs, and it's working for her. She's picking up new people. Teresa Wells, who's been with us for a while, she gets out there and talks to people all the time, tells them that she sells Allison's Pantry, tells them about our great products, hands them a catalog, and then follows up to see if they'd like to place an order. And she is picking up a couple of customers every single month. She's doing a great job at it, and there's many more who are doing this too. This is critical to keeping your sales at a certain level if that's what you want to do, or to grow your sales if you need to. Sales reps, you need to get out there and you need to share Allison's Pantry with everyone you know. The next idea I have for you is customer referrals. Now, I'm not talking word of mouth. A lot of you, when I ask, how's your business doing? How are you picking up new people? A lot of you say word of mouth is the best way. Now, word of mouth is great. Don't get me wrong. If you are giving your customers great customer service and they are happy with you, it's an automatic thing that they're going to tell other people about you. And that's wonderful, and you should be doing that. But word of mouth is not actively looking for new customers. I'm talking customer referral in that you are asking your customers to share a catalog with someone new that they know who doesn't know about Allison's Pantry, or maybe they've heard of it but they're not a customer, and encouraging them to place an order. That's active marketing. So I would encourage you, take 2 to 3 of your extra catalogs, or you can use all 10 of them. You can even buy in an extra catalog packet and maybe ask your top customers, those who buy a lot of products on a regular basis, to share a catalog with someone new and offer them an incentive if you'd like to. Tony and Beth Harrison do this. They offer their customers free shipping if they bring them a customer who places at least a $50 order. So the customer gets the free shipping for bringing them a new customer who's placing an order of $50 or more. And you can do that, or you could offer them $5 off their order or $10 off their order. You could give them a goodie from your basket. This is what I do. I have a bunch of things in my goodie basket, and when I have a customer that brings me someone new, I let them pick from the basket, so they get to choose a fun item for helping me to grow. This is an active thing for you, sales reps. Ask your customers to help you, because every customer knows somebody you do not. So they're going to be able to get out there and share. The second reason it works great is because they already know how great the products are, because they're buying them themselves. They're going to tell their friend about it, and people are more likely to buy or try something that a friend has suggested to them than a complete stranger who's trying to sell it to them. So the chances of picking up new customers are even better if you'll ask your current customers to help you out. The next idea I have for you is to do a fair booth, a tasting party, or an open house. These are great ways to get out into the public, let them know about the great products that we sell, get to know you because you're the sales rep for that in that area, and then you're able to tell them how great our products are. Doing fair booths, tasting parties, and open houses is a great way to cold contact people. It's not like opening up a phone book and just randomly starting to call people. Those people are coming to see what's out there, what's available, what they can spend their money on. It gives you a great opportunity to share our products and to get a catalog into their hand and to visit with them in person. So if you want specifics about doing fair booths, we've done a webinar on it. Check out our webinar archive to get more specifics on fair booths, or of course contact your RSM. We'd love to visit with you about doing one. Same with tasting parties and open houses. They're all great ways to get out there and share Allison's Pantry, and they work. Melody Zupan has just started doing her farmer's market in her area, and she's already gotten 2 new customers, and she's gotten orders from people ahead of time, so they didn't wait till the last minute to get their orders in. Becky Palis picked up 3 new customers when she did her farmer's market, and more customers also placed their orders early while they were there at the fair. Lori Paulson has done 3 fairs in the last 6 months, and she's picked up 4 new customers and has been able to hand out a lot of catalogs. And Tanya Hansen did a farmer's market this past summer, and she picked up 7 new customers. I absolutely love doing fairs and being able to get out in the public and talk to people about our products, to be excited about them, to show them the great stuff. Tasting parties are great because you have that captive audience. Your friends holding this tasting party in their home, and they've invited their friends over. You've got a captive audience to share Allison's Pantry with them and to hopefully pick up new customers and get some orders that night. Open houses are great because you're opening it up to the public. You're inviting your customers to bring new people to it and get to try some new products. And hopefully all of those different ways will help you to grow your customer base and pick up new people. The 4th way to find new customers is to advertise. Now, we've had several sales tips posted on our Pantry Academy blog talking about different ways to advertising, so I'm only going to cover a few of them here. Number one, advertising. There's all kinds of ways to do it. You could have shirts made or a shirt made and wear it while you're going around town. I had this one made on Vistaprint. Isn't that great? Our nice little logo. And I wear this when I'm running errands around town. It's a great way to advertise if you wanted to support a team in your town. Or my daughter was a cheerleader and they were doing a fundraiser for, it was a color run, and they were having t-shirts made. Aren't those cute? And on the back, they had different businesses advertised. So I chose to advertise, and here I am with my logo, Allison's Pantry by Becky Price. I think they sold 500 of these t-shirts. So there's 500 t-shirts running around town that have my name on the back of them. You could have baseball hats made for your husband to wear, your boys, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles. Whoever likes to wear baseball caps could wear those and advertise Allison's Pantry for you also. Tony and Beth Harrison actually advertise on a marquee in their town. They specifically advertise a customer appreciation dinner that they're doing, which is another great way, kind of like an open house, to grow your business. And they advertise on this marquee that they're having this open house. Marie Johnson in Kansas, she also has advertised on a marquee in town looking for new customers. You can also use Facebook. Now, that was one of the first webinars we covered, was how to create a Facebook group or a Facebook page. It's totally up to you which one you choose to do, but Facebook is a great way to market your business. Misty Walker does this also. She posts on her Facebook page. She posts the sales. She posts pictures of our products. She posts reminders, and that is really working for her to grow her business. Amanda Bird does the same thing. She posts a lot of things that she personally fixes in her home to help her to grow, and she has great sales also. Melanie Bourne does a wonderful job of posting our products. She snapshots with her phone different sales in the catalog and posts them out so that she basically helps her customers to see what is in that catalog and what is on sale, some of the great products that we have, and she's doing really great also. So don't be afraid to utilize what is out there. We already have a Facebook page. Make it work for you. It doesn't cost any money, just your time to set it up. Other things can be newspaper ads. Sharon Johnson, when she first became a sales rep, posted an ad in her local town newspaper for 4 months, letting people know that she was a new sales rep there. Troy Williams places an ad in hers every week to let people know that she's there. So these kind of things work, and it just depends on the cost and how much you've got to invest in your business, but there are a great number of ways to advertise your business. Another way, which is real easy, is to put a decal, a window decal, or a magnet on your vehicle. And then when you're out running errands and you're out and about, people will see it. I just had a lady the other day stop me in the parking lot of a grocery store and say, "I have heard your products are wonderful. Do you have a catalog?" And I did. So keep catalogs in your car too, because you never know when someone's going to ask you, and fingers crossed she's going to become a customer. So do not write off any of these great ways. Try them and see if they don't work. And one-shot tries sometimes don't do it. Sometimes it takes several attempts, but you need to be actively out there advertising your Allison's Pantry business. The last way I have isn't necessarily finding new customers, but it is reactivating old customers. Those of us who've been at this for a while, we all have them. For whatever reason, we have customers who have stopped ordering. One of the things I like to do is when the customer hasn't ordered for a whole year, I like to recontact them. It's totally up to you how you go about this, but what's really great about reactivating old customers is they already know how great our products are. You are not having to convince them of that because they already know. It's just making that contact again to see if they would like to start ordering. So old customers, don't write them off unless, of course, they've moved and you know they're gone for good, or they've passed away. Not much we can do there. Make those contacts. Rebuild a relationship with them. Offer a catalog for them to look at again, and hopefully there will be things that they need and they would like to become a customer again. I hope I've given you some ideas on how to find new customers and build your customer base. Every single one of us need this. This is something all of you should be working at. Am I right?
Yeah!
Thank you for joining us today. You guys are great. We appreciate all that you do. Have a great day.
Hi everybody. Tonight I'm going to talk to you a little bit about getting your customers to order online. It's most important that they order online, and this is the reason why. Online customers tend to order more. Their averages are higher, they're more pleased with their purchases, and serving them is more efficient. People who order online are also more likely to jump on hot deals, if you will, advertisements that come through for fast purchases. If they are online, they're more apt to get on there and order those things too, which will increase your sales. They'll respond better to that kind of marketing. One of the things that you can do to facilitate your customers going online and placing their own order is, number one, to make sure all of their information is in the computer. If you're waiting for them to go online and put their own information in the computer, you're going to wait forever, because most likely they're probably not going to go jump on there and put their information, set up an account. A lot of people don't like doing that. So you will be ahead of the game if you'll go ahead and put their information in for them. Then remind them where their email, what email you used, what the password is, which should be 123123, and give them that link so that they can go online and put their own order in. Because a lot of times putting in their own order takes too long, and you know, in our world we're just so short on time that they don't want to take the time to do that. So it'll be a lot more pleasant and quick experience if you'll do it for them. Some of our Allison's Pantry reps have accomplished this. They've gotten quite a few of their customers to order, and I went ahead and asked a few of them to share with me some of their ideas, and I'm going to pass them on to you. So first, let's talk a little bit about Jennifer Sessions. She lives in Roosevelt, and you might have already heard some of her story, but she started many, many months ago, like last year at this, before we even had our program going, and started telling her customers that we were going to have an online service coming soon, and that they would want to start looking forward to that and be able to put their own orders in. And she made it sound like it was going to be more convenient for the customer to put their own order in instead of having to wait for her to put the order in. So it encouraged them to get online. She constantly reminded them each month that was coming and to be ready for it. So the interesting thing is quite a few of her customers went online. I think the first month she had 55 customers put their orders online, and that's remarkable. And if they didn't put their order online, and they called her with their order or text it to her, she would ask them to please take a moment and go online and try out the system so that she could get their opinion of the system and help them out in that regard. So it made the customer feel like they were not just getting their order in, but we needed their opinion on the system too. So that's a good way to word it for your customers. The next person is Amy Harding. She lives in Cedar City. Amy tells me she hasn't had a lot of luck getting her customers to go online, but she's hoping that in this new year coming, that she's going to be able to offer a contest to help encourage her customers to go online and place an order. What she's going to do is give away a drawing each month for anyone who places their own order on the website, and she'll offer them a free shipping on that order. So that's kind of a neat way to encourage your customers to order online. So if you haven't had a lot of success in getting your customers to order online, you might look at doing a contest to encourage that. The next person is Dwayna Williams, and she lives in La Pointe. Dwayna offered a $25 off an order gift to one winner. I think she did it for catalog 10 or 11, and if they put their own order in, they went in the drawing for that $25 off their next order. Some of her customers, she said, got right on and put their orders in and placed their order, but she still has a few that haven't gone on. And so she's like all the rest of us. We have some that do and some that don't. For those that don't go ahead and put their own orders in, she goes ahead and offers to put it on for them. The last rep I want to tell you about is Nisha Spalding. She lives in Milford, Utah. And Nisha has all of her customers ordering online. And when I asked her how she did that, she says she really didn't do anything special. She just thinks that they order online because they live in a rural area, and that's the only way that they get things that they want, because they don't have it accessible at the stores and areas there. So they just order it online. So they're used to ordering online. She does offer a drawing for 3 different prizes each month. And so if they place their order, if they place it themselves online, then she go ahead or puts them in the drawing for those gifts. And it's been a really good way to offer an incentive for them to order. Some of the reps that I talked to have seen a decrease in their sales, and they think it's because they've told them that they have to place an online order. And so what I want to reiterate to you is that online ordering is an option. It is something that allows your customer to do it if they want to. I don't think that you should be telling them that they absolutely have to go online and put their order in. Doing that's going to decrease your sales because people like options. So you need to change your mindset and offer the convenience of online ordering if they want it. Why do you think businesses offer, when you go into a business and you go to get a drink, there's so many different flavors? And it's because we don't all like Pepsi, or we don't all like Dr. Pepper, or we don't all like Sprite. All of us have different options that we like. And so having that those different options available makes a person happy. It also customizes their needs or their likes for themselves. So that's what we want to go to as we're dealing with our customers. I have customers who don't order online, and so they're just not on that. They're not techie, and they don't have computers, and they don't want to order online. So for those customers, I continue to give them the same service that they've always had. And I still like to offer to place their order for other people who are techie. I'll offer to place their order too, or ask them what they would prefer. Of course, I would love them to go online and put their order in. It's great when you log on and see the orders that are already on there that you didn't even have to work at getting. But the point is that I really want their orders, and so whatever works best for the customer is the way I want to get it. So let me give you a couple of different ideas. A lot of times reps have told me that they don't have access to a credit card, and that I can see that. A lot of people don't like credit cards, they don't want to use them, but I just need to give you a little information on that. If you're in business, you kind of need a credit card, and you can use that credit card as a business write-off. And so I would encourage you, if you have the ability to get a credit card and to use it only for business, to pay off the balance each month, it's not going to hurt you, it's only going to help you. It's also going to ease that stress of getting your customer to order. If you have a couple customers who aren't tech savvy, they don't want to put their orders online, they just want to place an order, and you want to give them that 100% customer service, then you can do that through your credit card. I'm going to attach a couple links in this PDF that I have that have 3 different cards on there. One of them, I just want to give you an example of the card. You can sign up for this card. It's no fee for the whole year. I would encourage you to look for ones with no fee, so it doesn't cost you anything. This one will give you $150 if you place $500 on it within the first 3 months. Well, you're going to do that in one order, and you'll get a $150 bonus, plus you're going to earn 1.5% back in cash. So you can use that towards anything you want to use it for. I think if you're going to do it, you might as well earn a couple perks out of it. So look for those links that I'm going to give you. The other option we have is we've heard your pleas, we've heard your words as far as having a hard time getting customers to order online. And we're trying to work out a new situation and a new solution for that. And Josh is going to tell you a little bit more about that this evening, and I'll have him explain it. But just realize that we do understand your situation, and we're trying to work with you to make that more convenient for our customers. Another important thing to keep in mind is how you talk to your customers and whether you're following up with them before the order goes in. If you're sitting there waiting for them to call you, likely you're not getting orders and your sales aren't very good because they're not going to call you. And it's not because they're trying to avoid you or they don't want to call you or they don't like you or they don't want to place an order. Frankly, it's just because they're too busy and they can't remember to do it. I don't know about you, but I can't remember 10 minutes later what I was supposed to do. So if I go to the store without a list, I come home inevitably without the item I went to get in the first place. So that's just our world. We live in a crazy busy world and nobody has time. So one of the other reasons why you may not be getting good orders is because you have to call that customer first. Like I said, don't wait till the last minute. Sometimes the rep doesn't want to call the customer because the rep feels inadequate and about asking for an order, or feels like she's being pushy or asking for money and they don't feel comfortable doing that. So I am going to go ahead and give you some scripts. Okay, having a script helps you become more comfortable with what you need to say to the customer. Sometimes we just trip over our words, and I do it all the time, even in these webinars, because it just doesn't flow. So get to where you practice it more, and then it'll flow a little easier and you'll feel more comfortable with your customer. So some of these scripts I want to give you, I'm going to tell you a few of the different ideas that I have, and you can adjust them. What I want you to do is take these scripts and just practice them. If they don't feel like your words, make them your words, adjust them to what they feel comfortable, what you feel comfortable saying, but get in the habit of using them. After you practice so many times and you say it so many times, it will just flow. Kind of like when you're introducing someone to Allison's Pantry, how you've just gotten this little saying of what you say and it just flows right out and it's really easy. So a couple of scripts I have included are ones of how to introduce someone to Allison's Pantry. There's a couple of those. There's one for a booth or a fair or a show if you're doing a booth or fair, and like how do you approach someone. And if you're doing fairs and booths, kind of like Becky's going to talk about in her in her presentation to you. If you're doing those things, if you're not talking to the customer when they walk by, not approaching each person as they come by, you're missing out people. You've got to get those people and talk to them. And so this is a way that you can approach them and ask them if they're interested in finding out more about Allison's Pantry. There's a script for follow-up on a catalog placement. So if you hand out a catalog to someone and you don't follow up with that person, first of all, let me just say, if you're handing out a catalog without contact information, you have wasted your catalog. That person is not going to call you. And it's not because she doesn't want to or she's not interested. She may look through the book, circle 15 items, and think I'm going to call her and get her an order. And the day comes by, she doesn't do it, and you're sitting there waiting for her to call her or call you, and no way to contact her. So number one rule, do not give a catalog out without contact information back, because everyone has great intentions and it just doesn't work out. They don't do it. So you have to have contact information. This is a script to help you get the contact information when you place the catalog so that you'll feel comfortable in asking them for their phone number or their email. Basically what I tell them is, I'd like to call them back in a couple days. Would they mind giving me their phone number so I could get their opinion on the catalog and see what they liked and what their thoughts were on our catalog? Pretty simple, right? That's pretty easy. So basically this is what that script's going to say, and you just need to practice it, make it your words. The other one is a texting reminder. It's a script put in your text for reminders on ordering. Sometimes texts come across kind of blunt, and so this is an easy way to word it so that it feels like it's more personable. There's also one for calling for orders or a follow-up to a reminder. just checking in back with your customers. There's one for a Facebook post in a group. Reminder for ordering, including a sample. So let me just talk a little bit about this. So I think what happens is we offer samples. We've encouraged you guys to offer samples at your pickups, and people come and they sample the product, and sometimes they'll order it. Sometimes they'll place an order right then for the item. But most of the time they'll say, oh, thanks, I'm going to try and remember that and put it in my order next time. Well, next time comes and whatever you sampled is not in that order. So let me give you an example. I sampled the Bridgeford biscuits this just a couple weeks ago at my pickup, and the Bridgeford biscuits with the peppered gravy mixed with sausage in it. I had 6 orders that day. I only sample on the very first day. So I had 6 orders for biscuits and gravy for number 1 catalog already come through. So when the day comes that I'm going to call for my customers to get their orders for number 1, I'm going to go back and remind the people, oh, by the way, remember we sampled those biscuits. What'd you think of them? What was your opinion on them? You know, what did you think? Most of them loved them when they sampled them, and they wanted to add a box. Well, when I remind them that they're actually on sale in number 1, this would be a great time, if you loved them, to go ahead and add those into your order. Would you like me to add you a box? Or I can even say, remember you told me to remind you that you liked them, so would you like to add those onto your order? So remember to go back and ask them on the samples, and there's a script to help you do that. A Facebook post in a group of how you can insert your item that you're going to show them, or tell them about with a picture. There's also a script for asking for a referral from someone in person. So there's a lot of great ideas that can help you with scripts. One of the things I want to talk to you a little bit about when it comes to calling. So I know we've been encouraging you to text and to use Facebook messaging and to email your customers, and last but not least, to call. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit more about calling, because when we call, the customer has a personal connection with us. I don't know if you know this, but 67% of people who call on a phone and get a computer, like it's a machine that talks to them, they hang up. And what this says to me as an Allison's Pantry rep is that those people like to talk to a person. So talking to a person is most important. So if I'm texting, which I think it's great, don't get me wrong, I think we should text reminders, we should text ideas, we should text sale items, all those things, that any other connection we can make to our customer. But when it comes right down to it, my phone call is the best thing I can do. I know it takes a little more time, but in the long run, it will pay off for you. You will see better success if you call them on the phone. In my own personal business, in the last year, since I started working full-time, because I know that it takes a little more time to work full-time, I have chosen to text more, and I have actually seen my sales decrease, and I think it comes from lack of the personal touch, if you will, for the phone call. So I would encourage you to get back to the basics, to go back to those phone calls, to talk to your customers. I consider it giving them my best customer service, giving them my time, and helping them to remember to order. We're so busy, like I said before, we forget what we're doing, and none of us are different and immune to that. We all do it. Practice what you're saying in those scripts. Feel comfortable in saying it. Find your words and make them yours. Try to change your thought process. If you're calling that customer and you're thinking only of the dollar value that she's going to bring into your business, you have lost the sale. If you see them as a dollar, you lose the sale. So you've got to get that out of that mindset, and you've got to have the mindset that you are reaching out and giving them your customer service, and you're doing for them something that you would like done for you. If I have a friend who goes to a hot sale at Macy's, or not Macy's the grocery store, but Macy's the department store, or Penny's, or Dillard's, or has a great sale on Amazon, or something like that, and she calls me up, she says, Stacy, I just wanted to let you know, Macy's is having this great sale, and I know you like this product. You might want to go up there and see, or go online and see what they have. And had I not known it, because maybe I was busy that day and didn't get to check into my email or didn't get a notification or something, and I would say to her, thank you for letting me know. I would never have known that. How did I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. Well, that's our customer, you guys. That's no different than what we can do for our customer. We call them, we let them know what's on sale, what's the best. Do you ever call your customer and sometimes she says to you, well, yeah, tell me what's on sale? And so I have the book in front of me, and then I have to tell her, well, this is what I would like. This is what I would like. This is what I use. And inevitably, she orders it because I like it, I use it, I'm giving her my recommendation. Well, you can't do that in a text. No matter how hard you try, you cannot convey that conviction in a text. So get on the phone, talk to your people. Here's a few tips I'm going to give you on phone calls. Number one, smile. Smile on the phone. I know it sounds silly. You think nobody sees you, nobody knows you're smiling, but they can hear it in your voice. So if you pick up the phone and you say, hi, how are you guys doing today? Or how are you doing today? I haven't had a chance to talk to you. I just wanted to check in and see how things were going. Hope you're having a good day. How are things going with your family? How are things going at work? Whatever your connection is with that customer, smile when you tell her. It sounds better than if you just said, hi Susan, how are things going? Yeah, yeah, I know it's been busy. I'm sorry I didn't get a hold of you because I've just had so many things I've been doing. So, do you want to place an order? Or did you want anything? How does that sound versus the, hi, I'm so excited to talk to you. I haven't been able to get you on the phone. You've been busy, things been going crazy in your life. How are things going? That sounds so much better and so much happier that customer's going to respond better to it. Number two, be positive. Talk about positive things to start off with. Avoid the bad weather, avoid negative things, just be positive. How are things going? How's your family? I saw your daughter the other day. She looks so pretty. She's grown up so much. Be positive in your relationship with them. Give them good thoughts so that when they get off the phone talking to you, they feel better than when they picked up the phone to begin with. Number three, do 5 jumping jacks. I know this sounds silly, and I know you're not going to really want to do it, but if you'll do 5 jumping jacks, if you're really tired at 5, do 3. Do 3 jumping jacks. It gets your heart going, it gets you excited and motivated, and you're more apt to be positive on that phone after you just did those 3 jumping jacks. And who knows, you might even lose 5 pounds after you do your whole calling list for the month. Number 4, the last thing, use awesome labels. And don't be fake about it, but give them labels because people live up to the labels we give them. We know this already. So if you'll assign a label to a person, and in doing that, I mean, tell your customer, you are one of my best customers. I love speaking to you because you're always so positive. I love seeing you. I'm so glad we're friends. I'm so glad. I thank you for your support. You've been awesome to me. I love working with you. Be positive. Give them good labels, and they will live up to those labels. Now, I know I've given you a lot of things, and I've given you all of these in this PDF, and I hope that you'll take some of them to heart and make them work for you in your business. Go out there, get those people online, get them starting to order, be positive, pick up the phone, call them, and build your business and make it happen for you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Julie, and I'm excited to talk to you today about follow-up and reminders and why following up is so key to your success. And I'm going to share with you some ideas of things that other reps have done that helps them to be successful with their follow-ups, and a few tips that will help you as you prepare to make your reminder calls, texts, emails, and good ways to do that. But first, I would like to tell you about what some of the reps have been saying about being too pushy. This is what Danielle Saylor had to say. As far as being too pushy, I am always worried about that myself, so I try to be upfront with customers and ask them if they would like an additional text or reminders, or if the email and text with just the informative information is enough for them. I guess I feel like this is more than just being a good friend, since that is what a lot of my customers are. Mindy Raymond said, to anyone that feels like they are being too pushy or bothering people, I have learned that we are all busy and we look at that text, rush through a phone call, or get back to something more important and forget that we need something. You are simply giving customers that last chance to get their order in and not miss out on something they need or that was on sale that month. I have had more than one customer thank me for making that last minute phone call and text, and not once has anyone ever told me not to call or text back. Kelly Bones said, I was one that thought reminders were too pushy when I was a brand new rep, and now I know that they are totally key to your success at Allison's Pantry. Barbara Anderson said, I am not a pushy person at all, and I don't feel that by doing reminders that we are being pushy. It's really like a kind reminder that if your customers want anything that month, to get their orders in. And then Laurel Conover just said, for me, just asking them to tell me no if they're not ordering works, because then if they don't want me to bug them, then all they have to do is say no right off the bat. Otherwise, they will hear back from me until they say yes or no. So these are just a few ways that other reps are looking at reminders as a successful part of their business. They know that it's not being pushy. They know that it's key to their success. So I'd like to just take a couple of minutes and share with you some great tips about when you're making those follow-ups. First of all, not following up with your customers is the same as filling up your bathtub without first putting a stopper in the drain. Michelle Moore said that, and I think she's absolutely right. You do all this initial work when you first start, and you get out the catalogs, and you're working really hard, but then you don't finish the job, which is asking for that sale and doing that follow-up. So please remember how important that is. First of all, you want to set expectations. So when you're first handing a new customer a catalog, get their contact information. Please get their contact information so that you can contact them back, and then let them know you'll be contacting them. You can say, hey, can I call you in a couple of days and see if you liked the catalog or if there was anything you wanted to order, or something like that. Stacy's working on the scripts. She has the best scripts for us that tells us step by step what to say and how to say it in all of these reminders. So watch for her presentation on that, and definitely download her PDF that's going to have all that already figured out for you. That makes it so easy. But then the other part that's really important here is that you want to ask them how they like to be contacted. Do they prefer a Facebook message? Do they prefer a text message? Do they prefer an email? Or do they like a phone call? Once you know how they like to be contacted, then that gives you confidence that when you're contacting them, that they're comfortable with the communication and that they're probably getting the communication. If they say they would rather have a text message than an email, then they're probably not reading their emails, and it would be not that successful anyway. So keep that in mind. Also, you want to contact your new customers after they've placed their order, after they've received their order. Maybe a week after, you could give them a call or send them a text and say, hey, just checking in on you. I wanted to see if you loved your product, if you had any questions. Maybe they need directions on how to cook the product. Or that's a great opportunity to offer them a recipe that goes along with what they ordered or what they purchased. Or just give them a valuable tip about a product, or send them a thank you note. When customers know that you appreciate them and their business, then they're going to be more likely to order from you. Always you want to follow up after a craft fair or a vendor show. People meet you for the first time. They might not always want to place that order right away, but that follow-up is key. And the most important part to remember about doing the follow-up with a vendor show or a craft fair is that you want to be very timely in that. Within a couple of days, 2 or 3 days after the show, you want to be contacting those customers so that they don't forget who you are or the product that you offered. And because you have done the gift basket, then you have contact information for people, and you can call and ask them and say, hey, remember me? We met at the craft fair. I was the Allison's Pantry lady with all the yummy food. Would you like to place an order? Did you want to receive a catalog in the future? All of those kinds of things. The tag team has a really great idea for how to follow up with customers and get them to like your Facebook page. They said this. This is what you say to somebody. Hey,
Sarah, I loved meeting you at the Christmas craft fair. Thanks for stopping by my Allison's Pantry booth. Unfortunately, you didn't win the giveaway, but I'd love to invite you over to my business page for another chance to win. I'll be doing a drawing once we hit 25 new fans. Come say hi. Here's the link if you are interested. I love this idea because it's casual, it's fun, it's not pushy, and it gives people a chance to touch base with your business again if maybe they weren't ready to order the first time that they met you. And Facebook is a great way to do that. In fact, Facebook is a really great way just to build your business. We have a lot of reps that are being very successful with their Facebook, and we have professionally made Facebook images on our blog, Pantry Academy, that you can just use right to your Facebook page, so it saves you a lot of work and effort. Plus, we have so much content. You know, on our team pages, we have content. On our Allison's Pantry customer page, we have content. And you don't even have to think of anything, just still what's there and put it on your own page. And I think you'll see a lot of success with that. You want to follow up when you ask for referrals. A lot of people like to do word of mouth business. The best way to do that is to be really proactive about it. When you have a customer come pick up their order, ask them to share the catalog with somebody they know. They can share it at work, they can share it with a friend, they can share it with a family member. People who love our Allison's Pantry products are more than happy to do that because they love the food and they love to tell their friends about it. But the key is the follow-up, because just passing out a catalog and saying, hey, tell your friends about this isn't going to get you anywhere. So make sure they know what your incentive is, that there's a reason for them to share the catalog. They get free shipping, they get a free gift, they get a percentage off their order, whatever it is so they know that there's a reason to do that. And then when you are following up with them for the reminder for the month, just say, hey, did you get a chance to share that catalog at work? Was there anyone who wanted to order? I'd love to give you free shipping, or something like that, so that you're actually doing the follow-up so that you can get the order, because people do want to help you out. They just need the reminder. So do that. Also, another great place to share reminders and do reminders is with a tasting party. If you hold a tasting party, you'll want to do those reminders. But this is interesting. You're going to have more success if your hostess contacts their friends and family members to get those reminders instead of you, because they know them and it's their warm market. So just stick close to your hostess and remind her and help her to know that those follow-up reminders to get those last-minute orders before the party closes are going to be really helpful to her, and then that will help her to get more free products with her party. A couple of other tips to remember when you're doing follow-ups. First of all, self-sabotage, silence it. If you send out a text and you don't hear back right away from the customer, don't start telling yourself that you're being pushy or that you're bothering the customer or that they don't want to order. Just let yourself think, you know what, they're just busy today, I'll catch them next time, or I'll catch them at the next reminder, and then just kind of let that worry go so that that's not a problem for you. Also, send a short reminder. You don't want to be sending these long paragraphs to people. They don't want to read them, they don't have time for that, they don't care. Just make something short, make something quick. Also, do not send out a mass group text. People hate group texts. Don't do it. Don't do it. There is a mass text app you can get either for your Android or for your iPhone. Your RSM can help you with that. And what it does is it sends out one text to up to 100 or 200 people all at once. They receive it with their personal name on the front of it, like, hi Sarah, this is Julie, it's the order week, whatever. And then when they text you back, it comes back to you as a personal text, and no one knows that there was ever a group. And then that is way more, it works way better. And then if you think that you don't have time to make reminders, actually you do with the mass text app, because it takes about 5 minutes, and everybody has 5 minutes. So you can find a lot of success using those text apps. Like I said, your RSM can help you to get the app set up on your phone, and then can also teach you how to use it so that you can be successful with it. So keep that in mind. Also, know the best time to follow up. Please do not send a text or call people at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, or 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. 4 o'clock in the afternoon is usually not a good time, because people are just getting off of work or preparing to leave work, or they're picking up their kids or getting their kids where they need to go, or their grandkids. A good time is in the evening, when people are starting to settle down, they're starting to wind down, they're picking up their phones to relax. That's a good time to send out those reminders. There's other good times too, but just keep that in mind when you're doing that. Also, send out unique and specific reminders. And Stacy's got that really covered when she has the scripts for us. But you want to mention specific dates and times, maybe a specific item that's on sale. And then you want to make sure that you're that you're being a little bit unique, that you don't send exactly the same text every single month. Also, if you want to follow up with somebody until you get a no thank you this month, because like Mindy said earlier, that sometimes people get the first text and they're so busy they just let it go, and then they're grateful for that second and third reminder because they were just so busy. So keep that in mind too. And then lastly, if you have not had a customer order in 2 or 3 or 4 months, or they're not responding to you at all, that's a good opportunity to call them up on the phone and say, hey, you know, I've noticed you haven't ordered for a while. Would you like to continue receiving a catalog? And they may say yes, they may say no, but at least then you won't be contacting them anymore. That's also a great opportunity to reactivate a customer. Offer them an incentive for coming back. Say, hey, we've missed you. We have some great new products. I will give you blank for placing your order this month. And that's a great idea too. Now, if you are worried about being too pushy, there's a few things to remember when you are placing those reminders, when you're doing emails, when you're doing really, truly a good way to do your reminders is a 3-part reminder system. First, send out an email, letting people know that what is on sale, what's great this month, hi, how are you doing? If you're doing a contest that month, it's a great time to do that. You can tell them what you're ordering that month. We have the Be Nourished flyer that is absolutely beautiful that Lori makes for us every month that is on our blog. Attach that to the email so everyone can see what's on sale, the new products, the latest recipe, all of those kinds of things. So send out the email. Then start sending texts to those people that like texts. Make phone calls to those sweet little old ladies that don't do texting or email. And then another reminder text, and then last call text. So you're just doing several different things throughout the week. And I have also attached to my PDF specific ways that other reps are making their reminders, so that can kind of help you gauge it and get some ideas about how you want to do yours. So keep that in mind also. So if you are making reminders to people, this is what they know about you. They know that you are organized and professional. And everybody wants to work with somebody that's organized and professional. If I'm going to give you $100 of my money, I want to know that you're going to take good care of my money and you're going to get me my products. And if you're organized and professional, then I know I can trust you. When you are making reminders, that lets you know that lets the customer know that you genuinely care about them and about the business, that you're interested in. If you just give them a catalog and walk away, they don't even know if you're interested in them or if you're interested in an order or anything. It ends there. That's not enough. They'll also know that you really mean business. If I'm going to take the time and the effort to contact you and ask you for your order, that means I care about what I'm doing, I care about you, and I want your business. And then remember, lastly, that repeat customers come from making those reminders. They love the food, they're busy, they're not going to order until you ask them for their order. So keep that in mind. Okay, as we finish up, just a few little tips from reps and what they're doing and how they're doing their reminders. This is what Nicole Henderson does. I have been using Facebook as reminders and it works great. Also, I email as many people as possible. When I email them, I try to make the email upbeat, not just like I'm sending an email that I need an order, but because I care about them. I also ask my customers if they would like a reminder and how they would like to receive it. Text, email, call, or just a friendly reminder on Facebook. It seems to be working so far. JC Stollum said, up until the last minute, I send text messages, emails, Facebook posts, messages, and I often have a very few that I call. I send 4 email reminders throughout the duration of the catalog and post at least once a day on Facebook. Then I personally message them at least once at the end if they haven't ordered already. Kelly Bones said, I make about 3 or 4 reminders during order week. I start on Monday and end on Sunday because that's most everyone's least busy day. Then I make 1 more reminder text on closing day for my customers who have not ordered by then. All of my customers have thanked me numerous times for the reminders because life is busy. I like the personal connection, so with my older customers, I call and chat with them and remind them about order week and ask if there's anything I can do to help. And then with my tech-savvy customers, I send out a text message. Laurel Conover Jess has a really fun way that she tracks her customers every month. She puts them into a page protector, and then she has a little code. And so I've attached also the picture of what she does and how she does her reminder system. So you're going to want to check that out too. Hopefully there's been a couple of ideas here that are going to help you, and this makes you excited about doing those follow-ups. Those reminders really make the difference. You know, Linda Pekas said that her order doubled when she placed those reminders. The 1 month she just didn't have time to get to it, her order was $2,500. The next month when she made her reminders, it went up to $4,200. Reminders make all the difference. So please make that commitment. Set aside just 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day of order week to make that happen. Thanks so much.